Okay, this is my third attempt at trying to make a video about a big task for Mr. SM, aka Scooty Bandit. Okay, um, this is about getting a webhook coming at us from FastSpring into a Linode instance that's running some PHP script, which then pulls out a variable like an email address and puts that into a curl command that then pushes that email address into WordPress to make a new user. So imagine that we have FastSpring and we tell it to send all webhooks to musicianstogetherapart.com slash startnewcustomer.php. So FastSpring is going to do a post request to that with a big JSON object. And so the task is, first, figure out the PHP script that's going to receive those post requests, and then do a test to receive some sample webhook calls from FastSpring. And so fortunately, FastSpring gives you some samples. So if you go to fastspring.com, and then if you hover over docs and then choose FastSpring API, we can see what kind of stuff they send you when an order is completed, and that we should then create a new server for the user and a new WordPress login. Before we go there, though, we need to make sure that you guys understand we have to put a GDPR compliant privacy indicator like they have here on FastSpring. That needs to be done because this particular thing we're working on should be visible worldwide. And that's why we're potentially going to make lots of money if we can do this thing fast enough, because there's lots of people doing this. So anyway, just so you know, separately, this is related to Subhajit's work on the website for Musicians Together Apart, a GDPR plugin, but we need one that's really minor. Okay, so let's go to the FastSpring API. So we got there, and then they've got a webhook section, and I'm going to click OK on that GDPR thing. And so imagine if we want a sample webhook that comes at us when an order is completed. And we're not going to get all these webhooks. We're just going to get any that we tell FastSpring we want to receive when a customer makes an order. So let's say we want one that's order completed webhook. So FastSpring will do an HTTP post to musicianstogetherapart.com slash startnewcustomer.php. Okay, so you can go here and just see the stuff that they can send you. And what's cool is they have different examples, but it turns out there's just a huge amount of variables that they can send you. And we really don't want anything except, I think, the email address, because as long as you have an email address, you can create a new user. So this whole task might be to just verify that, we could create a new user in WordPress based on some external entity coming at us with a big JSON array that includes an email address. So this is just a huge amount of variables that they can send, and then I'm scrolling down to the examples. It's ridiculous. Okay, so this is a sample for order completed, and they have lots of options here: single product, digital product, blah blah blah. So FastSpring processes orders for physical goods, and then digital goods like a PDF book that you want to buy, or subscription-based product like a Jack Trip server subscription, et cetera, et cetera. And fulfillment is a big word. We have to tell them when we've activated the service with another command of some sort, but that's what they call fulfillment. We fulfilled the order. That's a separate thing from what we're trying to do now. But this is just to say there's lots of stuff going on here, and for the purpose of this test, we just want to have something that can receive a big JSON array coming in to us on a Linode. So I would say in this whole sample, you could just copy and paste it and put it in some kind of online tool that'll push this JSON array as an HTTP post request to our address, which will be cas.musicianstogetherapart.com, and that would be a new nano or nano that you've already got stuff going on. But if you look here, part of this JSON array has got a customer object, which itself is an array, and in there is the email address. So that's all we need to do is make sure that you got a PHP script that can pull out the email from within the array that is the customer item, which is inside the whole JSON array. And then once you get that in a variable, push that somehow into a curl command that pushes that into WP webhooks and uses the create user command to make a new user at that email address. Okay, so that's the scoop there. That's about all you need to do. That's all you need to know. So that plus just figuring out what kind of online tool is out there to send a sample JSON array and hopefully use that to test. All right, thank you very much. Let's see if this video can end. This is the third attempt. Hopefully that's good. Thank you.